Okay, I
Yes.
would like to open the meeting of the Water and Sewer Commission. Today is November 5th, 2025, and I'll first ask if there's anybody present for public forum. Not hearing or seeing anybody, I will ask Robert Coleman to read us what he has on the minutes and warrants and et cetera.
I make a motion to accept the minutes dated October 1st as written.
I second.
Any discussion on any of the items within those minutes? If everybody's all happy with them, I will ask Cheryl to conduct a roll call vote.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Rob Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Eric Groton.
Aye.
You have more for us, Robert.
I make a motion to accept warrants totaling $26,607.79.
I
Do I have
second.
a second, please? Okay. Any discussion on any of those warrants? Does anybody think in the future it would be necessary to break down those warrants individually instead of just a total? In case there's one or two that we were not happy with or want to postpone for whatever reason? No, if hearing nothing, Cheryl, give us another vote, please.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Groton.
Aye.
Again, Robert, you have more.
I make a motion to accept the senior abatement list as written.
Do I have a second, please?
I second.
Any discussion? If not, Cheryl, let's do a vote. I don't think did you give a total, Robert? I think it was 914.93. Does that sound correct?
Yes,
To accept abatements for flat and metered in the total of $914.93.
Very well. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Groton.
Aye.
Okay, is Dennis in tonight? I haven't seen him on the screen yet.
He's
I'm here.
He's here. Okay, well, that's he's up for a monthly operating report.
Okay, I'll be going over October. We, as from Veolia, we actually lost Mike Williams. He moved on to a different place. So in his place, you're gonna have Mike Burke. He's very experienced. He's been around for years and years. He'll be taking his spot. He will be joining today, possibly around 7. He's in a training still. So we hopefully will get to meet him, or you'll get to meet him if you haven't met him yet. Personnel at the plant, we had another change. We got I don't know if you guys ever met Nate. He was there for about 3 months, but he moved to another state, and we actually hired back Zach Campbell. If you're not familiar with him, he's been there for I think over a year before I started. He already has a grade 1 license, and we're working on him and our other newer fella Corey. Both get higher license year within the beginning of the year. Other than that, personnel wise, we're doing good at the moment. I'll skip down to some of the more important stuff. We had several call-ins, one for a low pH alarm, which was we just had a low tank, so I came in the middle of the night to swap that out. We finished installing the gearbox for the second Comag. I'm just gonna arrange with Vinny to do a startup with that. He wanted to be present to walk me through the full startup of the second Comag unit, and we'll also be taking unit 1 down for inspection and as soon as we swap those out. The electricians came in and we actually automated the rinse water for the Comag drums. We put solenoids on there. It's controlled through SCADA now, so we're not gonna have any magnetite backups if they were present, and or keeps more magnetite mixing as opposed to getting just stuck on the drum. Because before this, we'd have to physically go up, turn the sprayers on by hand, and turn them back off because we couldn't leave them running because we run out of water from the well, I believe. We got back. I don't know if I mentioned it I might have mentioned last time. We had to resend out one of our EQ pumps, one of our thorns in our side, but came back. They went through it, didn't find anything. We put it back in. We pulled out a tin can out of it, started working again, and it's been working ever since. So, knock on wood, the EQ tanks have been working great for the past several weeks, and we hope to continue that. I ordered some spare pumps, so you might see that come through. I ordered a spare caustic pump and a ferric pump to have on hand. Just with the supply issues and tariffs and weird stuff going on, I wanted to have those spare pumps on hand in case we lost one of them and we had to order it. It could take anywhere from a couple days to weeks, and we can't operate without the ferric pumps or caustic pumps. Very important. Beginning of October, Jay Hammond, we had to pull one of the pumps. We pulled a whole bunch of rags out of it. We are scheduled probably this week to go back and pull the same pump again to pull likely more rags out of it. That's coming from the rest area, I'm assuming. We replaced the building lights on the outside of Hammond and Route 20. They were rotted, old. I just went to Depot and got some dust to dawn lights because those were just regular bulbs, which just ran all day. So that kind of bothered me. So I reinstalled dust to dawn lights so they don't run all the time. Sludge wise, we did 10 loads in October, 6 totes of caustic. I'm seeing a slight uptick in caustic use recently in the past week or two. So you're aware. October brought 5 house calls. One of them was a repeat. We installed 2 new pumps in 2 of them. The pumps were bad. Highland, 21 Highland, we went there first, and the yard was a hoarding yard. So we refused to work there until they actually located the tank, which was unlocatable. So the guy cleaned up. We went back. Turns out he had a bad pump, but that one was a little special because we had to call Slims because the well was just about to overflow, so we couldn't actually work in the well, and we called for to change the actual pump out. There was another call at 54 Glen Echo, which was excessive grease. Their alarm was going off. The normal grease stuff that nobody dumps down the drain, but somehow magically appears there. The mini splits that we approved a month or 2 ago finally came in, installed, so we have heat upstairs again, supplemental heat, and now that the AC works, we don't need it, but it's there for next year. What else do we have here? I spoke to the UV Trojan people. I have that solidified. They're going to be coming, let me know what date to come out. Although our UV season has ended, I want to still get that rolling and replace the readouts because we can't defend ourselves if we don't have proper readouts saying that the bulbs are working 100%.
Excuse me, Dennis.
Yes.
So you say that they have grease in their pump. Are we covering the cost of going out there, or do they cover the cost?
I don't know if Vinny can answer that. I heard that they're responsible.
So we give one tank cleaning for free, and
A
if
year?
they become, I've never really had the issue where I've had to go back a bunch of times, so it's kind of just been one free tank clean, and we let them know not to put any grease or rags down there. And Charlton residents are pretty responsible as far as not doing it again once we show them that it's an issue.
Okay. And
I mean-
has this been a repeat issue at this house?
Not at this house. So all the times that I think we've called Slim's maybe 3 or 4 times of grease this year, and they've all been different houses. It's been quite a bit. So,
Hmm,
um,
okay.
if that's something recent, it will surface itself again, likely next season.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Uh,
is it an unusual spike in this issue? And is there something that could be driving it? Any theories?
The only thing, so luckily, these tanks are individual to each house. So, um, it's solely on the homeowner that is dumping grease into their line. So it floats in their tank. It doesn't go anywhere because the temperature of the water is a little bit cooler outside underground because it's a plastic tank, so it radiates some cool in there and it solidifies and they just float. I can put together some slideshow for next time so you can see the amazing pictures as I document all those incidences. And normally
Grease
it's
is
kind
the
of,
most common issue.
yeah, normally the people are kind of funny and they're like, we don't dump grease, but you're the only person that lives there, so it comes from somewhere. Other than that, let me see. I wanted to review the concrete quote to see if we were going to proceed with that. Um, I know we talked briefly about the doors, and they're pretty pricey. I do have one concern about one set of doors that is pretty much detached from the building and on the verge of falling off is the one that we use the most. The rest of them can live just fine. Individually, that set, the double door sets, all they're I believe we're getting metal corrosion proof, and they're $6,000 a set. That's about the going price. You know, I was thinking about $5,000, but about 6,000 installed is pretty normal because they're industrial metal doors.
So it's
Uh,
12,000, no, so set is 6,000?
yeah, each doorway that's a double door is 6,000.
Do they lock?
Yes.
Can someone just pull them off? Are they that bad?
The one that's that bad, yeah, somebody could pull it right off right now.
It
Okay,
doesn't quite lock. It has about a 1/4 inch that of the lock system that actually holds it closed when we leave.
Which
okay,
door
so,
was it?
go ahead.
Which door was it, Dennis?
It's the one we went through. It's our double door right next to the lab that
Yeah.
we use daily.
So are doors ordered?
No, we talked about it last time and we held off
Right.
because they were pricey, and then with the possible new construction coming, we just said, well, it's not really that important. Um, but this door is kind of at the point where it's not going to live. I don't know if it's going to make it through the winter. It's going to come to the point we're going to have to stop using it just because it's that bad.
It's not the
Um,
door that needs the ramp. It's not the fork truck door. It's the one that's the
Closer to the
first
front of
door
the
that
building.
goes
Yeah.
into the main part of the building.
Yes, it's the one that you would walk out to head works. It's used by everybody all day, every day.
You had a quote for all the doors. Do you have a new quote for just that door?
No, I just because they priced them individually. It's basically like 6,000 times 3 or 4, whatever it was. That contractor is a known contractor to me, and I'm pretty sure he'll honor that price for one.
Should
you-
we, oh, sorry, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you looking for motion from us to authorize $12,000 for that door?
Just 6.
$6,000. Okay.
Yes. I believe it would be a good idea to replace it.
Mhm.
It's pretty serious.
Who's the vendor?
I have to look it up again. It's Western Mass Doors stuck in my head, but I think they have 2 names. Is it New England Overhead Door, maybe? I have to pull up the quote.
Do you think it was in the last package?
Yes.
I'll look it up real quick just so I can make it part of the motion. You also thinking about or wanting a motion for the concrete work?
Yes. I think with the concrete work, the front area is the most serious, and then the ramp. I'll probably skip removing that concrete by that broken door. That concrete, we'll just leave that there for now until we do construction and repave. It's not bothering, it sticks up a little bit for the plows, but we kind of know it's there and we can pretty much go around it. We'll live.
Yeah, I think it was it 21,000 last time
For
for
the doors,
the doors?
yes, I believe it was.
It's called WSMD. If you think that's right. Western, it doesn't tell us the name of it.
Eric, if you look far to the left, it has a breakdown for 3 doors at 6,014.
Yep, I see that. A plus, no tax. And then what's the 1 times 3,300?
That's a single door. There's one single door in the back corner of the building.
Well, to move it forward, I'll make a motion that we authorize Dennis to get the double door that he needs for a cost of $12,028.
I second.
Any discussion on these? This is just for one double door now?
Yeah,
Am I understanding it correctly?
it's the 6,000, not 12.
Oh,
It's
okay,
the worst one, the
Alright.
worst one that's about to fall off.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
So I amend the motion to be $6,014.
Okay, any further discussion on that? Otherwise, I'll ask Cheryl to take a vote on that $6,000 plus price tag.
Do we have a second?
I seconded. Tom Coleman.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gagner,
Aye,
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Groton.
Aye. That was for the amendment or the motion?
That was to approve it, right?
To authorize the 6,000.
Authorize the door purchase.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to authorize Dennis to move forward with the Doust Enterprise estimate for the concrete work for a total of $6,250.
I second.
I'm not sure which door this is now. Is this a necessary thing or something that could be postponed for a year or two?
Yeah. This, Paul, is the ramp, the concrete work, because the concrete pad is degrading and it needs a ramp for them to get the fork truck up inside the.
But now we're not touching the ramp now. Dennis just said we can live around it and work around it, and we're talking the same.
That
same
was
ramp?
that's a different pad. There's actually
That's a
3
different one.
sites. There's 3
Okay.
sites for the original quote. One is
Yeah.
the front door, one is the side door, and one is the forklift ramp. The side door one we can skip, and we can just do the forklift ramp and the front door pads. And I
Okay,
spoke
what
to
is-
them. We're going to reuse the railings. They're going to detach them carefully and reuse the railings that are present.
This is now that's considered the side door. The one Cheryl enters through is what? The
The
side
front.
door
No, when
That's the
Cheryl
front.
comes through, I consider that the front door.
is the front door, and that door was just new 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, the
It's-
door's fine.
in
It's
good
just
shape.
a concrete pad.
Well, I've looked at that as well, and I don't really think it's a tripping hazard yet, but before we vote on it, I would like to see if anybody on the board can go up to the town hall, go behind the building, and when you get behind the building, there's 2 entrances, one to the far right when you're facing the back of the building, and the one that most likely Kurt Meskis enters. And those stairs, they have stairs there, and the stairs have been repaired in a manner that looks like it's going to last for years. And they did not have to upset the railings and take them off and put them back or anything else. And I would just think that a good repair job will last sometime. It's going to fall apart in a year. I don't know how long ago these were done or who the vendor was on that, but I'm sure Mr. Meskis could inform me with that. But that's my opinion on it, and bring it up on another meeting, but I'm only one of 4 tonight, so we'll do what anybody else wants.
Dennis, can you get an estimate for a repair on that ramp instead of a replacement?
Yeah, I can have them come out, take a look at it again and see if they can, I didn't ask for repair at the time because my opinion differed on the actual condition of it, but it slipped my mind to ask if it was repairable. So we can definitely have them come out and take a look at that again.
Okay, so we can move this on to the next meeting?
And you might contact Mr. Meskis to see, you know, maybe it's a different vendor that did the work at the town hall. But to me, it looked like an excellent job. And I would certainly entertain a repair, especially if it gets us 5 or 10 more years before digging it all up and recasting it and putting the railings back. That's a lot of work we're paying for. That to me, it seems a little bit unnecessary at this time. But that, you know, I'm only one of 4, so.
I agree.
You know, if Tom, you wanna, you know, give it a month, and I don't know if any of you have the opportunity to get to the town hall, you don't have to go in, it doesn't have to be during their business hours. There'd be the stairway to your left when you're facing the building from the back, and I think 3 or 4, and stairs are more vulnerable because, you know, the front edges of them can chip off, and that's what was repaired. And I think it was an excellent job, and I think we should consider that before we take advantage of the sewer people's money, which
I
is,
agree.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would just like to clarify, will the estimate cost anything?
No, they it should be free. It was free the first time.
Okay,
So-
then I agree to.
Paul, you want to make a motion?
Well, we have a motion in a second. I think we just gotta vote on it and everybody can say nay and we'll save
Yeah.
it for next week.
okay, then we'll
Okay.
vote on the motion.
Okay,
And the
Sure.
motion is to authorize him to do this, so I think we all have to vote no in order to just close it out.
Right, yep,
Mr. Gagner,
no, nay,
Mr. Thomas Coleman.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Thomas,
nay.
Mr. Robert Coleman,
Nay.
Mr. Groton.
Nay.
All right, so this is gonna come back at the next meeting?
yes,
Okay.
We should be able to have an estimate by then, right, Dennis?
Yeah, it shouldn't be an
Okay,
issue.
Thank you.
Was that anyone else's first no vote?
Yeah, mine, I think.
And I
Dennis, you
believe
got
that
both
was,
first or- oh,
no,
okay.
that was it. I have, just so you know, I have a contract coming out tomorrow to give us an estimate on the gutters, which I
Okay.
don't think have been cleaned for 25 years, judging by the 4-foot grass growing out of them. But hopefully that won't be too much and we'll get that done before the winter starts.
That I agree with. If you get an ice block in there, they're all coming down.
Okay,
Yeah,
is Chris McClure with us yet tonight?
No, he is not.
Okay, then we'll move on to
Hey,
Vinnie
Paul.
Masterson.
Paul, I just had a question for Dennis before we move on. If I could.
Yeah, sure.
Dennis, the phosphorus limit, does it change on November 1st? Does it go up to 1 milligram per liter from 0.1 on November 1st?
I don't remember. It's sitting on my desk. I mean, obviously I know the E. coli ended. I was looking at that just to double check the date, but I will have to double check that unless Vinny remembers. I'm not sure.
It used to, and I just don't know if the new permit continued with it. But the old permit, it used to go to 1.0 on November 1st.
Yep. Yeah, and most wastewater plants stop their phosphorus removal on, the end of October. It saves a lot of
Yeah,
chemical.
we never turned it off.
And sludge. Right, and I'm just saying, could we, is that something that somebody at Veolia is looking at as a way to make our plant more efficient?
That would definitely make it more efficient.
Yeah. So I don't have the NIPD's permit that we're working under, but it looks like on the plant performance report that he gives us, those are the original NIPD's permit that changed the limit from 0.1 to 1 on November 1st into early April or whatever that number is. So so I guess my question is the guy, is if Mike's no longer with Veolia, is the new guy like an engineer that's kind of looking at plant operations and trying to make things more efficient? Is there somebody at Veolia that's doing that?
Yeah, so without knowing his exact history, I think Mike Burke's been probably around 30 plus years, US filter time. He'll certainly be looking for efficiencies, on the company's end. So yes, we will be visiting that, I'm sure in the very near future.
Yeah. And last time we talked about the COMAG issues, did you get Xylem out and did they help you work?
I
through
did
that?
not get Xylem out for Comag. I believe they were just way too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't remember their number, but it was, I believe, with the flight and everything, they wanted 8,000 maybe plus to come
Yeah.
out for a day or two, and yeah, it just didn't seem efficient enough to have them come out for 2 days just to look at it to tell us if it's running right.
Yeah. So the guy that used to be the tech support guy for COMAG lives in on the South Shore. He's now like a sales guy for tech sales, and they don't have the line anymore, but he's the most knowledgeable person I know about COMAG. I talked to him and he said he's willing to come out and look at it with you and give you, advice on what has to be changed or what should be fixed. He's a guy named Matt Verica, and he's pretty knowledgeable about it. So if you want it, it would be, he would be doing the same thing as the guy from Xylem, probably with more experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to pass that on to me, you contact him and see what we can work out.
Yeah,
I
I think I
just-
sent you an email with his name, but it was buried in amongst the other things. So I'll send it back to you with his name highlighted.
Yeah, because the Xylem people are, I mean, I use them for some stuff, but their fly out was just ridiculously priced.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Vinny, it's up to you now.
All right. We had a new connection added during the month of October. The 6 City Depot warehouse was added. They connected a fire system and a domestic line. They were only charged, I think it was $2,200 for the domestic. The assessor has to get us how they categorize that building so we can get the accurate Title V numbers and redo their charges, because that wasn't enough money for that building. I was contacted by a homeowner at 34 Vine Road. They want to preemptively install a sewer line under their driveway. They're going to pave their driveway next year, so they want to lay a sewer line in case their septic ever goes bad. So I told them they can install it, but they're going to have to cap it on both ends. And then we'll need to be there to witness when the caps come off and it gets connected to the system. And they were fine with all of that. 50 Burlingame Road connected to the sewer system. They're going to have a pump near the house that pumps it down through pretty much a creek back up, and then it goes to gravity where it ties into our system. We replaced a handful of water meters. These customers were all manual reads, so every quarter we had to go out and physically read the meters. And there was a lot of discrepancies over the years of how the readings worked because there was math involved. You had to multiply to get it from cubic feet to gallons, and it just wasn't the most fluid thing. Everybody did it a little different, so I took the initiative to just get these all changed out. We had to order some different equipment, but the price is the same as the normal equipment we would have ordered. So I upgraded. 68 Brookfield Road had 2 manual read meters, and the meter that was there was a little shorter than our standard one. So we put new ones there. And then the old hotel on 83 Sturbridge Road had a 1-inch meter. That was a manual read. So I installed a new meter there. And then the big commercial building down on City Depot, number 191, they had a 1-inch meter that was also a manual read, and we'd have to make arrangements to get in there to read the meter. It was kind of a pain. So I set that one up as a new meter, and these will all be read by the radio reader that we read the rest of the meters with. So it should make it a little more streamlined in collecting all this data to get the bills out on time. The fire station did get its connection done. I wasn't there to witness it. Dennis was there. We discussed what they did. I don't really care for what they did, but it said that's what their engineers called for. They came into a manhole with a T, and they dropped the flow from the T onto a shelf before it joins the stream of the sewer. And it's just not something I've ever seen done. And I believe next week we're going to go talk to him and ask him to do something a little different. I mean, from here on out, any changes they make will just be right in the manhole. It should be pretty easy. I sent you guys all an email last week. I sent you several emails, but there was one of them from the DEP, and they're looking for an upgraded O&M manual for the plant. And I reached out to Wright PS to get a quote on that, and they said it's $30,000 to $50,000 to get a new O&M manual produced for our facility. It's a lot of work. They got to send several engineers in for probably a couple of weeks to evaluate all of our processes and develop a comprehensive manual. There should be one at every facility. Ours was last updated in 2003. In 2010, there was an amendment made to it where they added on the COMAG section, but they did not complete a whole O&M, which they should have. So now DEP's kind of making us comply. They gave us 60 days to produce a response on what we're going to do with this. And we're going to put that in the board's hand to think about. And then we should have some discussion at the next meeting so I can reply to the DEP with what we plan to do.
Is it too late to say anything to them that they never finished the one in 2010?
Well, I mean, we bought a product and they gave us a book on how to run their product, and they made some alterations in it on how to operate the downstream equipment, but they should have made a comprehensive one. But even still, 2010 was 15 years ago.
I know.
Like,
That's why I asked.
Yeah, DEP has a standard that they want met, and I think it's every 10 to 15 years you have to have a new O&M made. So we're at that point. I mean, if we're going to go down the road of getting a new plant, then maybe we could talk to them about a little leniency while we work on developing a new plant. Again, these are all things that kind of need to be hashed out pretty quick.
And they're just looking for a response right now.
We have 60 days to make the response, and that
From
email
when?
was probably 2 weeks ago. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
I did forward all of you guys that email though, so yeah. So the clock's ticking. By our next meeting, we have to have an idea of what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw the engineers that are working on that project, the 37,000 gallon per day one that would be on City Depot Road. They sent out a packet that Cheryl shared with everybody. And I sent an attachment with that. I did a quick calculation of what their privilege fee would be. On 37,000 gallons, we'd get a $1.5 million privilege fee. And that would really benefit the future of the facility, you know, putting some money in the bank towards the new plant. I just figured you guys should know what it looked like if they did tie in. It is
Do
a
they know
large
that?
sum
I'm
I
just
mean-
wondering what response they got if this figure was given to them.
I mean, Mr. Goffley, he's been in town a long time. He's a builder. I'm sure he's connected some stuff. I mean, he just built that house right off of Route 20 there. I don't know if he paid his privilege fee yet, but yeah, I'm sure he's aware how it works. And he knows if he's building something big, it's going to be expensive.
The date of the letter from the DEP was October 20th, so we owe them a response 60 days from the October 20th, so
Correct.
just before Christmas.
Right. So right after our next meeting, I should be putting together a response for them.
Yep. Well, I'd like to look at it. We write O&M manuals for water systems. So
Oh,
let me
awesome.
just, I'm not saying I can do it, but I kind of know what they're looking for, and maybe I can talk to Wright Pierce and get a formal quote from them.
Yeah, because I just have like a real short to the point quote of it's going to be probably 30 to 50,000.
Yep. You have the old O&M manual?
Yeah, we
Someplace?
have the 03 manual and we have the 2010 update up in the office.
Yeah, this letter says, that it received, there was one submitted to DEP in December 2024.
Correct. I submitted one, but it was that 2010 updated one.
Okay. Yeah, I might, when I come down tomorrow, if I can grab that, I'll take it apart, see what they're, see what they need for it, and tell Wright Pierce, these are the sections we need to add.
Okay, awesome.
All right, on that tie-in fee and all that stuff, my own thoughts is I'd like to come up with the budget, give it to the town, the finance department at the town, have them do the rate study. They have a accounting firm that can do the rate study for us, and have them come back and tell us, we can or we can't afford this plant and all these other upgrades that we need to make. But this is how much we have to raise our rates to eventually, and this is how much we have to raise our tie-in fee eventually. And then I think we might be in a position to tell those people, here's our schedule, here's our fee,
Yes.
does it fit in with your plans?
Yeah, I mean, at least if we can make some headway with a facility and a way to pay for it.
Yep.
Do you know what time you're coming to the plant tomorrow?
I can do it anytime. But I just have to avoid Tom and Robert.
So what time do the
We
Coleman's
can do
plan
8
on
o'clock.
visiting?
We can come down. What time you get there, Cheryl?
I get there at 7.
We can be there. We'll get there early, Eric, before 8.
Okay. What time you want me there, Vinny?
Oh, you want to come down for 8 right after they're done?
Well, I'd make it 8:45 or something, just to give them enough time to
Yeah, that's fine.
scoop, so.
That'll work.
Okay.
No, that's all I have for you guys.
Okay, Vinny, we thank you for that. The next thing on the agenda is chapter 61A, notice of intent to sell on 29 Sampson Road. I don't know if any of you have any reasons why we shouldn't just pass this information on. It's one of these things that my understanding is that the town asks every department in it if they have any interest in it. And to my knowledge, there's no water, no sewer, we wouldn't have any. So it's just a matter of letting the selectmen or whatever take over, and we will pass on this unless somebody's got a reason why we should not pass on it. No objections to it. If not, we're no other business unknown at the time of posting. And if not, if you're all ready, we'll
Paul,
yeah, go ahead.
we have to do a vote on the chapter 61A.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize it needed a vote. Yeah, well, nobody had any discussion on it. I guess you can go right ahead with the vote, Cheryl.
Somebody has to make a motion.
I
and then
introduce a
some-
motion to pass on it and state that we have no interest.
And second,
A second.
anybody? Okay,
Okay, now I
now
can
we're
do
ready.
it. Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Groton.
Aye.
And with that being said, if there's no other business unknown at the time of posting, I will ask someone to make a motion to adjourn. Our next meeting being December 3rd, 2025, the last of this year.
I move to adjourn.
Have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? No, go ahead, Cheryl.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Groton.
Aye.
All right. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving.
Good night.
You
Fred.
too.
Thank you.
Night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, Rob.